Hello. I've got a bunch of requests on the Reddit thread that I uploaded my shoes to about how I made these shoes. So because I don't have another pair of shoes available at the moment, I'll just do a quick rundown of what I did. So the type of shoes that you'll need, these ones are called Striper shoes by American Eagle. I think they're actually sold now for $65. These ones are very old. So if price is an issue, I know Target has a pretty similar pair of shoes that goes for $20 called the Park sneakers by the Goodfellow brand. So if I were to make more shoes like this, I'd probably go with that just because it's $20 versus $65. Anyway, so I started with plain white shoes. It's got these lace holes that I took the laces out of, but you want to make sure if you're picking shoes, you want shoes where the laces can actually press together. Not that the zipper is functional on this, but you want this top part here to actually meet up evenly. A lot of them have them split off and kind of fan out, but they need to be equal in length at the top just so the zipper actually looks even. So that's important when considering a shoe. So these were completely white before, and the first step of the project was to just take a pencil, and what I did was I just circled in all these areas and just did circles and lines, circle line, circle line, over and over and over. Obviously facing down this way, facing down here, facing down here. So around the sides and back, they all just face down towards the ground, but up here they all just face forward. I like that it's got the separate panels because then you can put them all at different heights. So that's step one. Use a pencil, line that shit, and then you can erase whatever you want with just a regular eraser. The next step after that was I used a paint marker to paint in all of these individual pieces here, these individual graphics. Probably not the smartest choice in hindsight. If you want to, what I'm considering doing next time is either stamping the circles or just using a brush to put circle, 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 and then afterwards just go through and put the lines to consolidate the process and make it a lot simpler. But a tried and true method that I've done is use a paint marker and just fill this all in. It does get pretty inconsistent at times, and you'll deal with the paint marker putting out too much ink or too little. If it's putting out too little, it'll actually kind of slap and splatter ink around. If you notice around here, this is all, or not ink, but paint, because you have to press so hard that when you lift up, it flicks the paint in multiple directions. So take that into consideration. But after tracing outlines and then painting it in, I painted the tongues for both of them. I also painted this leather area on the tongue and here because they were brown before, and I thought that it would look better if it were black. So that was the next step. After that, I acquired two zippers. These are the zippers that I cut, as you can tell. So I just stuck them in here and folded them down and then cut it at the fold after taking it out. These zippers were only about $2 each at Walmart, I believe, or it might have been $2 for both of them. So very cheap and not difficult. But if this thing falls out, the little zipper handle itself, I was able to just slide it back on after cutting it. So that's not really a big deal if this thing falls out. So you can cut it, and if it's not the right distance, cut it. Always cut longer than you need, just because if you cut too short, you have to buy a new zipper. And then after that, I just slid the zippers in here under, like between the tongue and the shoe itself. As you can see, this is the zipper material right here. And then I just got it nice and settled, and then glued this top area of the zipper fabric to this part of the shoe and let it set for a bit. And just did that for the other side as well, and did that for both shoes. And now it's pretty secure on here. The zipper is not functional, or it might be functional, but I don't want to risk actually pulling it up and tearing it from the glue. And I think it looks better open because it allows for the black tongue to show, which gives a good contrast to the rest of the sneaker. But that was the simplified process of this. All in all, it probably took about an hour and a half. The longest part was probably just tracing and then filling in these outlines. It didn't take any time at all to cut the zippers or glue the zippers down, or to really paint any of the other parts. So yeah, thanks for all the compliments and stuff like that. And I'll probably make some more sneakers. I already got a couple ideas for some decent looking shoes that I'm gonna start making.